has a follow-up, Chisbell.
Getting back to the library,
Yeah.
with which I had very little to do.
Oh, I don't believe
No,
that.
I was not a library
Okay.
town then, but I remember, I don't know whether they're there today or not, there used to be one or two lions on the, on either side of the steps. You remember that?
Yeah.
And one Halloween, one of them landed up on the roof of the library. And that was the big scandal in news in Seeker around Halloween that
Oh,
year.
great story. Was the mystery ever solved? Who put it up there?
Used to go every year.
No,
Triads,
it's the
remember, it was on,
You might have been the, what part of
I was a little guy.
If he had done it, he was hit.
It was, it's Victoria, you know where the Victorias
Yes,
live?
I know those lions.
There were two lions there,
Yeah.
and those, they will weigh about 300 pounds, and every new, Halloween, one was over by, the Clifton Park, and they put it on top of the school too. There must have been horses to lift these things, how they did.
They took one of the, there was a big cast iron dog on Prospect Avenue.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. It was, down the hill, two houses on Prospect. And he was, had a big cast iron dog, which was moved every Halloween. And it ended up on the courthouse steps in Mineola.
Oh, I love it.
That's wonderful.
You know, Gene, I was intrigued when you mentioned the Royal Scarlet, because I remember that as, 4 or 5 or whatever, as Happy Joe's. We used to call it Happy Joe's. I don't know whether anyone remembers that. Joe Schneider? Joe Schneider.
Yeah, but Otto Kaufman, you remember Otto Kaufman?
Oh, yes, he was around the corner.
He was opposites.
Okay, I don't remember Otto. So would someone like to tell us about Otto? Audrey, would you tell us about Otto?
Well, the Kaufmans had 2 stores. One was a deli and one was a hardware store.
Hope they never got them mixed up.
No, sometimes Otto was in one and the other was run, but one was right across from Levine's like, and the other one was across.
Where across from
Gomez.
Levine's? So on Sequel Avenue?
On Roslyn Avenue.
Okay.
Roslyn Avenue.
Okay.
And that was where the hardware store went, right on the corner, and that was fire
That
department.
was the son who had
That
that,
was
and the father had.
Had the other store, right,
Yeah.
which was a delicatessen.
Otto was also known as Willie.
That's right.
Okay.
Willie Kaufman.
Willie Kaufman.
It was the best hardware store.
And how were the sandwiches?
Oh, and that's right, the deli, it was great, they had
They were good.
great dill pickles.
Were there barrel pickles in there?
We went to buy pickles.
Well, I remember going with my mother, and Joe would always give a slice of bologna to me. That began my weight gain, unfortunately. It was yummy. It was yummy. Yes, Chiz?
Otto Kaufman also was the winner of every schoolyard fight we had on the playground. Nobody.
Now, Chiz, it doesn't sound good that a German was winning schoolyard fights during World War II. Okay, so he was able to protect himself.
I remember.
All right, how about some more memories?
Well, 1930, 36, 7, and 8 is where the WPA went down from Glen Cove Avenue, Glen Avenue, all the way down to Prospect, and put new curbs and everything. It took them about 3 or 4 years. And they stretched it out, and then when they come down on Prospect Avenue, coming down to the water, that was done by WPA.
So those blue sidewalks that we used to have, you remember that?
Oh, that's slate.
That's like, no, were they from the WPA?
This was concrete.
This was concrete. They picked those up and they put cement in.
Yeah, and that was all
Leave
taken back.
it to government. Okay.
Yeah, that's just before World War II.
Okay, so we had a WPA
Oh,
project
big
here.
thing. Oh. Nobody had it, everybody was dying. I mean, financially, physically, everything. These people don't realize. We have a problem today.
Yes, we do.
The way everybody was selling apples for
Remember the American Legion?
Yes, Gene.
Took one of the stores down here, and the government brought in, like, on Friday, flour came in, on another day, rice came in, and then the American Legion guys would man that store, like my father had rice on Fridays. And you'd be there to dole out the rice, and people in
Wow.
Seacliff needed it,
And where would they do that, Gene?
right out of the store down there.
On Seacliff
One of those
Avenue?
little stores, yeah.
Okay.
The oven truck would come and unload whatever it was for the week, you know,
Wow,
and then the guys, the American Legion would dole it out.
okay, so it was, yeah,
We have the
very
paper
desperate time.
drive, remember the paper drive, John?
Dean, tell us about the paper drives.
Well, the paper drive, every once a week, they would go with an open truck, and the American Legion would go around to your home, and they would get, at that time, you used to pay 50 cents a hundred, I think, something like that. Would you, Chaz, would you remember? You don't remember the?
I don't know what they got.
Well, you got paid.
I was
Now
surprised.
you gotta get paid to get rid of them. But back then, during World War II, that paper was recycled and everything. And it was a fun thing for the American Legion. What is it called? I'm trying to name it a post.
James F. Pringle.
Bringle,
Ringo, that's it. And he
Absolutely.
got killed, right? He was.
2 generations.
2 generations, yeah.
This is
Lee, would you come up and share some memories?
He knows
For us?
all. We know where they're buried.
I have relatives buried in the cemetery right by the school.
The Indians.
Yeah, Lee, come on up.
I don't have any further things.
Well, maybe there's, is
Oh,
that,
you know, open the
Do you
grave
remember
there?
Dr.
Once?
Istok?
Jane,
That
let's
was
simply
it.
speak.
Dr. Istok was Hungarian,
Right.
and when they had the communists taking over Hungary, they had plane loads of the people coming here, and they were staying, a lot of them were staying at Dr. Istok's house.
And he owned that house. Who owned that house?
Dr. Istok.
Oh, I'm
That was
going back
an
100 years
I don't
ago.
go back as far as you do.
Well, no, I'm just saying, this was,
Tyler.
Islands were, they had gold mines and everything, and it started from Glenlawn all the way to the water. They were huge. You'll see those street, what do you call it? When you drive,
Woodbridge Lane.
So we started talking about Woodridge Lane. Was that an Eiler property?
oh, yeah, the whole
Okay.
thing.
My
Okay,
cousin
that's
told me
it.
about that, but-
That is where the former judge, he's dead now, and now the Russians bought it, he's the billionaire. You know what I'm talking about?
And that's the Dr. Ishtar.
It's,
Glenlawn Avenue, you
yeah, but that originally was owned by Islas.
Okay.
And Islas was, there was some very wealthy living here. Today we have a lot of people living here too, and I wish they would.
That's for another day.
That's-
This is memories, huh?
yeah, we have a question here in the front.
I'm not from Seacliff, I'm from Queens originally. But we had a